Welcome to PreMath. In this video tutorial, we are going to calculate the radius of this given circle if AB, this line segment AB is 4 units and this line segment CD is 1, and moreover this side, this segment AD equal to this segment dB. And by the way, I have decided to show you 3 different ways to calculate the radius. First method is coordinate geometry, second one is Pythagorean theorem, and finally intersecting chords theorem. So let's go ahead and get started with our very first method, coordinate geometry. Before we start, we know that this line segment AB is 4 and these two AD and DB are same. So that means this AD segment is going to be 2 units and the segment DB is going to be 2 units as well. Just keep in your mind. And here is our justification according to chords of a circle theorem. As you can see that this radius is perpendicular to this chord, so therefore these two segments are going to be 2 each. Just keep in your mind. And since we are dealing with the coordinate geometry, so we are going to draw x and y axis. Let's go ahead and draw y-axis over here that passes through this point A, and likewise I am going to draw this x-axis that passes through A as well. So that means A is going to be our origin. And here is our much nicer looking diagram. And as you can see that A is at the origin, both x and y axis pass through A, so the coordinate for A is going to be 0, 0. And as far as point B is concerned, this is 4 units away to the right, so that's going to be 4, 0. And for point C is going to be 2 units to the right and 1 up, so that is going to be 2, 1. And let me make one thing clear, that we are only interested points that are only on this circle. That's the reason why we are dealing with point A, B, and C and not D. And here's the equation of a circle that we will be using in our calculations. X minus h square plus y minus k square equal to r square. This is in a standard form where hk is the center and r is the radius of the circle. So now let's go ahead and get started with our very first step. Let's consider this point A, which is 0, 0. Let me call this 0 as x and this other 0 as y. And now we are going to use this formula, x minus h square plus y minus k square equal to r square. Let's go ahead and fill in the blanks. X in our case is 0 minus h square plus y in our case is 0 minus k square equal to r square. We know 0 minus h square is going to be simply h square plus k square equal to r square, and I'm going to call this equation number 1. And here is our next step. Let's consider the point B, which is 4, 0. Let me call this point x and this is y. And here's the formula that we're going to be using. Let's go ahead and fill in the blanks. Wherever we see x, I'm going to replace by 4 minus h square plus y in our case is 0 minus k square equal to r square. And now let's expand x minus h square by using a minus b square formula. So that is going to give us 16 minus 8h plus h square, and that is going to give us k square equal to r square. And let me go ahead and rearrange it. I'm going to write down h square plus k square minus 8h plus 16 equal to r square, and I'm going to call this as an equation number 2. And finally, in next step, we are going to consider point C, which is 2, 1. I'm going to call this x and this y as usual. And let's use this formula once again and fill in the blanks. Wherever we see x, I'm going to replace it by 2 minus h square plus y. I'm going to replace it by 1 minus k square equal to r square. And let's go ahead and expand these binomial by using this a minus b square formula. So that is going to give us 4 minus 4h plus h square, and likewise this is going to be 1 minus 2k plus k square equal to r square. And now let's go ahead and simplify and rearrange. So I'm going to write down h square plus k square minus 4h minus 2k plus 5 equal to r square, and I'm going to call this as equation number 3. And in this next step, we are going to substitute h square plus k square equal to r square from this equation number 1 into this equation number 2. And here is our equation number 2, and wherever see h square plus k square, I'm going to replace it by r square. So I can write r square minus 8h plus 16 equal to r square, and we can see that this r square and this r square, they cancel each other out, so we ended up with negative 8h plus 16 equal to 0, which implies that 8h equal to 16. That means h is going to be value 2. And in this next step, we are going to substitute h square plus k square equal to r square from equation 1 into this equation number 3. And here is our equation number 3. So we are going to replace h square plus k square by this r square. Let's do that one. So that's going to give us r square minus 4h minus 2k plus 5 equal to r square. And as we can see, this r square and r square cancel each other out, so we got simply negative 4h minus 2k plus 5 equal to 0. And now we know that this h value is 2. I am going to replace that one as well. So I'm going to write down negative 4 times 2 minus 2k plus 5 equal to 0. So that's going to give us negative 8 minus 2k plus 5 equal to 0, means that is going to give us negative 3 minus 2k equal to 0. That means k value is going to be negative 3 over 2. And here is our final step. We already got the value h equal to 2 and k equals to negative 3 over 2. And now we are going to substitute these h and k values in our this equation number 1. And here is our equation number 1, h square plus k square equal to r square. Let's fill in the blanks. H in our case is 2 square plus k in our case is negative 3 over 2 square equal to r square. So that's going to give us 4, and this plus 9 over 4 equal to r square. Let's put 1 underneath and let's crisscross this one over here. So that is going to give us 4 times 4 is 16, plus the other way is going to be a 9, and we're going to multiply these denominators divided by 4 equal to r square. That means r square equals to 25 over 4. Let's take the square root on both sides to undo this square. So that means our r value turns out to be 5 over 2. So thus our radius turns out to be r equal to 5 over 2, or simply 2.5, and that is our final answer. Welcome to Pre-Math once again, and we are going to calculate the radius of this circle by using this second method called Pythagorean theorem. And once again, since AB line segment is 4 and it is being divided into 2 equal parts, so this is got to be 2 and this is going to be 2 as well. And now we are going to connect this point D with this center O. Let's go ahead and connect this one over here. And let's go ahead and connect a point B to this center O as well. So I'm gonna connect these points as well. And one more thing, according to a chord of a circle theorem, a radius perpendicular to a chord divides the chord into 2 equal parts. Is indeed this CO is a radius of this circle that passes through this center O. Now we can see that this OB is a radius of this circle. I'm going to call it R, and CO is a radius as well. I'm going to call it R as well. Now let's focus on this triangle BDO. We know that this CO is the radius R. The length of this DO segment is going to be simply R take away 1, R minus 1. And now since this triangle is a right triangle, therefore we are going to use the Pythagorean theorem. And here is the Pythagorean theorem: a square plus b square equal to c square. Let me go ahead and call this db part an a, this do part I'm going to call b, and this longest leg is going to be our side c. And here is our Pythagorean theorem: a square plus b square equal to c square. Let's go ahead and fill in the blanks. In our case, a is 2, so that's going to become 2 square, plus b in our case is r minus 1 square, and c is r square. So let's simplify. That is going to become 2 square is 4 plus, and we are going to expand this binomial by using this formula a minus b square. So let's go ahead and do that one. That's going to give us r square minus 2r plus 1 equal to r square. And as we can see that this r square and this r square on both sides, they cancel each other out. So we got 4 plus 1 is 5 minus 2r equal to 0. That means 2r equal to 5 means r turns out to be 5 over 2. So thus the radius turns out to be 5 over 2, or simply 2.5, and that is our final answer. Welcome to Pre-Math once again, and this time we will be using the method called intersecting chords theorem. And once again, we know that AB line segment is 4 and it is being divided into 2 equal parts. So that means this AD is going to be 2 units and DB is going to be 2 units as well. Now let's go ahead and connect this point D that passes through this center O all the way this point on the circle, and I'm going to call this point E. And here is our much nicer looking graph. And once again, according to chords of a circle theorem, this line segment CE is indeed passing through O. So therefore, that is the diameter of this circle. Now, once again, let's focus on this diagram. We know that this CE is the diameter. That means this is going to be 2R. So the length of this segment DE is going to be 2R minus 1, since this segment is 1. And here is our final step. Let's recall the intersecting chords theorem, which is A times B equals to CD, where A is this part of the chord and B is this right hand side of this part of the chord, and C and D is also part of this other chord. If we apply this same analogy in our problem, then this AD is going to be our A, this DB is going to be our B, this CD is going to be our C, and then DE is going to be our D. Now let's go ahead and apply this formula to this problem. A in our case is 2, so this is going to become 2 times B is 2 as well, equal to C in our case is 1 times D in our case is 2R minus 1. Let's go ahead and simplify that thing. 2 times 2 is 4 equals to 2R minus 1. Let's move this negative 1 on the other side. 4 plus 1 equal to 2R. So 2R is going to be equal to 5. So R turns out to be 5 over 2. So thus the radius of this circle turns out to be 5 over 2, or simply 2.5, and that is our final answer. Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more exciting videos. Bye.